We about to All right, go ahead, clap it up. Hey, Shalom Israel. With ISUPK, started on West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Under this 1969, we'll be teaching the truth to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The King James Version Bible, that is, we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim, sanctions, whatever the case may be, we stand alone. Without further ado, tonight, so in, like I said, typical UPK fashion, all over the globe, Ottawanians are teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and American Indians, which is an honor to sisterhood. So sisters don't say, oh, it's all about the brothers, because it's not. Brotherhood is the quality of, or state of being a brother slash sister. And, I hear a lot of sisters talking about, I can never forgive her for that. Rapport. We're less emotional. And if you're in the ISPK, we're not emotional. We are well disciplined. Thanks to Commander Junior Han and Almighty. And that's one thing that the Christian church does not teach, and that is self-discipline. Start off with Amos 3 and 6, but before we get into it, right now I'm at the Hague location. Okay, Broad Sullivan. All right, at this library. So if you're here, an hour or so, we're here every Tuesday. I pass out flyers before and after class. Where we got. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat, or you can call the number on the floor. ISUPK.com, and or our camp leader, which is Captain Apothos. Your questions answered, man. We're not like the Christian church. The Christian church, damn near everything. I was just driving down Sullivan, and I realized, damn, it's a Boost Mobile store. If it's not a Boost Mobile store, it's a laundromat. If it's not a laundromat, it's a dry. We're selling our kids blunt wraps and just pushing because they don't give a damn about our people. So why should we give a damn about theirs? We don't have love to spare because our people are in such dire situations. President who cares more about funding the unity, family reunion of Ukraine and Russia. Like that's pressure. He gave them millions, but when it comes to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we don't get that type of funding. And with the little bit of crumbs that they gave us, they say they should be happy with that stimulus package we got. How many years ago was that? It's ancient history as far as I'm concerned. And Barack, thank you how I was shot for the most, and that was COVID. A time where I finally got a chance to kick my feet up. And shout out to the brothers that had to lose out on a little bit of bread just because of child support speaks of, man. Understand that if you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, yeah, beginning of time. All right. So, all right, like I said before, we're here in Columbus, Ohio. Past couple days, right? This past week, I think 7 people. We had seven, and that's just unacceptable. So we're gonna let me find this. You have the can you get that last shooting? 3 people were shot and killed. Well, 3 people at after hours. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and bust down the script. 3, verse 6. All right, and let me get my this is what we do here, man. We on the ISUPK. We're not taking no corners. We're not like a Christian pastor where you can't Christian church. T. Jakes or I don't know what the brother's name was that had the Gucci outfit on. No, no, that's the same one. That is. That's the same one. They tried to rob him and she choked her ass and got up out of there, little baby. But Merriam-Webster's Mediterranean Dictionary, and we're gonna get the definition of the word, and then we're gonna do trumpet. Canceling time. Come on, man. White man. Lucky. And if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, to not only tune into these classes, but find out what your true identity is. You probably claiming to be American. Some brother said he was a builder of America or something. I don't know. I gotta ask Cap, but I was, what I'm saying, just these acronyms that mean nothing to the Most High. You understand that you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you're a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get that in. That's what they view you as. When you come to ISUPK, you'll find out what your true identity is. But according to America, we just niggers. Negroes, niggas, wetbacks, spicks. And you know what I'm saying? They have so many derogatory terms for us, but we all make no mistake. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and go to that. We'll do that first. And then we'll get into the 6 because this is imperative. All right. You walk around your house, you think getting high is your daily routine. How you getting your spirit, your vibe, the other man's work. Like if you're a Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian here, you're all right. You're not. Your last name ain't Walton, or what's Walmart? No, name Walmart, but they call it Walmart. It's a lot here, but I'm talking about like I don't know the Walton Disney World, or you're not the Beers. You're not any of those other heathens that own so many things. Kids never have to work. And meanwhile, our kids have a future thanks to, the Christian church, but thanks to Commander J. Yohana, this mighty nation. Thanks to the brothers that came in up under him, and those brothers warring with something, keep going to war. That's why the Bible says, "He that endures unto the end." Not on you. You know what I mean? Like you might be lacking that day. He pull out liquor, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're not this truth. You don't know how to die on your feet. You don't know how to go to war with everything. You don't want to see that man. Now he's your op, not knowing that he's your brother. Why? Because the Christian church teaches you how to love this white bastard named Cecil Boy. Understand that. So let me stop talking and over talking. So this is the book of Deuteronomy. People unto the Lord thy God. So thou art an holy people. We're talking about the so-called black, you black man, you, you the one that listens of zodiac or love making, and you trying to figure out what your zodiac sign is, because every woman that you know, and the date to be specific, that is not who you are. Garbage. Along with the Quran, whatever you said, Muslim Christianity, all that is trash. So if you have a dumpster big enough, toss all. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, right? Out of the King James Version Bible, which is that, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, meaning a set apart, right? So you claim to be a Scorpio or Aries or Sagittarius. Look, listen, it just pisses me off just hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right? And Ariel, what I'm saying? It's not going to matter. It's not going to win you their love or their. Going to always be a filthy, stinking Negro in their eyes. But according to this Bible, Deuteronomy 7, holy people, meaning separate or set apart unto the Lord thy God, the Most High power. You know where you get your paychecks from. You know where to get the best fried chicken on a Tuesday night. And I ain't talking about just because tacos is, what's slapping where and when. But right here is saying that we are a holy people set apart. And I'm going to keep going. I ain't over talking. The Lord thy God to be a special people unto himself. So just like I was trying to say before, you have a special spot, where the women are the finest, and you ain't got to worry about the police presence. Because there's a certain place. I don't roll through Whitehall. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my experiences with it. I wish I'm preaching prophet now, but before, that going through Whitehall is a strong place that I choose to go to. I know that I ain't got to worry about that. I'm a warlord now, but then before I came into this truth. So, sis, you understand what I'm saying, right? You're right. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. I'm saying like in the world, because what I'm saying. Not to bring up a special place that you hold near and dear to your heart, that you know that you can go there. We'll say, well, I saw such and such at the spot, and they were drinking. Here's another thing, right? All right, we're all brothers and sisters in this truth. Not to this. Just because you work with someone doesn't mean you have an obligation to knowing them. To know them. Who care to know them? They could be freaking Jeffrey Dahmer with panic in his damn fridge chopped up, right? Lying to the police, house stinking like all get out. Listen, you work there. That's your slave. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let me get back to the scripture. I'm gonna start from the top. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7. Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Let's talk about the so-called blacks, not the so-called white man, not the Asian man, and most definitely not the Hamite, who is the as the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. We just left one of the most glorious days of the year. The Memorial during the Trumps. I had a great time with food, and I had a special plate, right, specifically for myself. Rank and order. So it's like when you get that plate, it's like cool. All right, you can munch on that. But then plate that you make that you know specifically, you either gonna take to your slave and eat, or you gonna eat. All right, so understand that, right? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, our power, right? Our power, you know what I'm saying? He has an image, and his son has an image. And because and the Bible speaks of the devil, not some actual red man with horns and a change the image. Instead of me seeing the value in a brother, I see the value in this image. Garbage, right? This image is worse than AIDS, monkeypox. This image is so diabolical. It's so gross and disgusting, right? That we look at it, and because we are so fascinated with the love for our family members, our relatives, grandma, big mama, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Old pa. Because we have such a love, we believe that indoctrination. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, listen up. To all the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians, Christ is all right, the ghetto. He's not some stringy-haired, hook-nosed, like I said, Caesar Borgia, who was a homosexual and you know, and a dude that practiced incest. Bastard. So get that image of Christ out your mind. When you recognize value in your brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, Christ looked more like I can say that because I know for a fact that Christ wasn't a black man. And if y'all want to break that about, you know what I'm saying? Christ looked way more like Tupac than Caesar Borgia. You Christians don't want to hear that, but I don't care what you know. This is my class. I'm teaching this, you know what I'm saying? You got a problem? Reach out. You know, we want all the smoke. We ain't ducking no wreck in the ISUPK. Hey, Shalom. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshabakatah. That's officer, priest and officer Bayasharala. He's also a brother here in Columbus, mighty man. You know, you might catch him on Columbus, you know, headed out flyers, doing his thing. You know, we got brothers all over here, man. We got another um, you know, he east side, damn near Canal Winchester. So it is what it is. You have no excuse, Columbus, because we have far too many homicides. The rate, 25% increase in homicides since last year, which is astounding. And there's no sense in that. So we're gonna get into that other, but let me finish this right here. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee. We already said that holy meant separate or set apart. All right, special. You know what special is. You know what I'm saying? And it says, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Joel Osteen, Mr. Prosperity Preacher. The only time he speaks and wetbacks or the red man is when play. Other than that, he don't love y'all. Oh, unless you're fixing his clogged toilet and babysitting his ugly kids. You know, that's the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. When we're building their kingdom, we're being good to work at these warehouses, making them filthy rich. Meanwhile, they're paying us pennies. A dollar. Everybody will talk about the man that goes to jail and works for change. In his kingdom, you're working for change. You're working for change. And you can't because what? You got the save. You have to do all these things. All they have to do is be born. This is how you know this is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. Feet up here in this kingdom. Listen, understand this. The Lord is not slacking. He will not be strike me down. Listen, He not listening to you. You can't move Him. You can't make Christ or the most. Just know that when that day comes, that sky cracks open, and all them angels come through, right? You'll get your head cut off. And everyone that was evil and waged war against the most said, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do this." Hey, shalom, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Understand this? You ain't gonna do nothing. Those deep or your feelings and emotions are meant to destroy you. Once they do that, you're gonna. You're ever do something dumb like punch a hole in your wall, right? That demon made you do that. And when you came down, you ain't high, you ain't drunk no more. You looked at the damn hole for 365 like there. Where that demon that had me so hyped, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that made you do that dumb shit. I mean, it's like understand that when it comes to you doing something else, that's a minor scale. Think about it on a major scale. This is why we have so many of our brothers incarcerated right now, because where to find hope, which is in His truth. How to step out. I'm talking about coming to class. That means stepping, really, an actual movement, stepping out on faith, meaning you're talking. Come to class, man. That's the faith you're supposed to have. That's the small of this class. And I ain't asked nobody for no donation. I ain't asked nobody for no type of money. Have I? Listen, your little bit of tithe that you thinking that you're gonna save for whatever, you understand the truth that paying their tithes. This truth was here before, is here now, is going black behind is gone. This is why it's called the truth that endure forever. All right. All right. So we just broke down who we are according to Deuteronomy 7:6. And Blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians to understand that, because here in Columbus, we have a homicide. All right. You got the definition of alarm? Let me get that Baba Cool shawl. Amos 3:6, because I was flipping through the news. 3 women got shot at after hours. One at the age of 30, one was 17. I think it was an older woman. I know one actually died. And then go ahead, read that for me. Nice and loud, sis. The Webster Dictionary definition of alarm: arms. To call arms, go ahead. A signal that warns or alerts. A what? That warns or alerts. A signal that warns or alerts. So if you like me, half wooden, half plastic clock, and it'd be like, but that's the biggest button, that snooze button. It lets you sleep for a while, but then it's going off again. It's alarming you. It scares the crap out of you. Your heart beating, you know what I'm saying? You wake up in the coach. But you wake up and it's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And now it's all awake. You're no longer in that slumber. Keep going, sis. Sudden, sharp apprehension and fear resulting from perception. Oh, read that again one more time, because this is the kicker right here. 25% increase in homicides since last year, right? And I'm into the predominant, if I'm saying it right, the prominent neighborhoods where the rent is too high, you know, you know what I'm saying? Rolls through. You know, that word police is something you should look up on your own. But
Con one. Sudden, sharp apprehension and fear resulting from the perception of imminent danger.
imminent danger. You get the definition of trumpet for me, and I'm gonna see. Imminent,
The trumpet.
yeah, imminent. Something that is imminent is exhibiting immense, especially in standing above others or prominent, right? Standing out so as to be readily perceived, conspicuous, jutting out or projecting. So if this is imminent danger, you ever seen the old Busta Rhymes? He be like, woo-ha, woo-ha. Like, you know, some clown type stuff, but imminent danger. Danger that's just like,
Right.
if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, a child of the Most High power, part of these 12 tribes, your life, you know, he was tried in every way, right? He wasn't smoking, he wasn't banging whores, he wasn't riding, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to your life here in America, understand doing things that will get you killed, your life is in danger. Who taught you those things? Right? That's like a brother wanting to play a trick on another brother. Like, hey, pull this gun, knowing that when you pull it out, it's not until a mouse trap that slaps on your damn finger. It's only funny to the person that, you know what I'm saying, is playing a trick on you. Well, when it comes to Indians, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's not a trick. Our lives are in imminent danger if we don't come into this truth. Not the oppressor, because he's gonna hand that gonna hand that party favor to you and tell you to get you a slice of gum. And not only is it gonna cut your finger off, pain, struggle, addiction, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not funny, it's not a game, it's not a joke. So scripture, all right. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. So it says, city. You know what a trumpet is. Everybody knows what a trumpet. All right. You know, back in a trumpet was so go ahead, you read, you got the definition.
The Webster's Dictionary of Trumpet, a
Mhm.
way of a cylindrical
Go ahead, work your way through.
tube, a cup-shaped mouthpiece, and a flared bell.
What else they got for it?
Specifically, a valved brass instrument having a cylinder tube with two turns and a usual range from F.
Does it say anything about what it's used for?
A musical instrument resembling a trumpet.
Or
Something that resembles a trumpet.
oh, give me the definition of horn. Let's do it. All right. So before musical devices and things of that nature that we utilize to ourselves up. Everybody has an iPhone. I don't care if you got Boost Mobile Cricket, you got you know what I'm saying, or some type of Android. And like yourself for something, use an alarm. You know, use an alarm when you're cooking, use an alarm for your car. Alarm. It alerts you that someone's presence is at your front door. All right. So to understand that, try to get the definition of horn because even driving, horn, hey, shalom, y'all, shema, thaba, shem, Yahushua, to my sister Ruth checking in. She put a mean cook game down. You had to be here in Southern Water for all the sisters. Matter of fact, let me give a shout out to the sisters, you know, that put the hard work in, you know. rib to all the other ribs. Yahweh mighty rib. She opens up her doors every feed. Black Negroes like me come in there, and on my big 13, what I'm saying, rile up her kids before I go home. Shout out to all your sisters, man. Y'all like the Roman Empire. Brothers are brothers. We go to war together. And that's it. To build His mighty nation. The gay, I mean, great. We don't get down like that. Did you find a definition for trumpet? Let me get that.
Webster's dictionary is an animal's horn used as a wind instrument.
Okay, so animals horn used as a wind instrument. That we have that for the Sabbath service. It's called a shofar. I do the services of the Lord. All right, keep going.
A source of strength.
Keep going. Most battle cries were sounded with a horn. Let me see. Let me see what we're talking about right here. There's something that I'm looking for.
Come on, I feel the same way.
Yeah, so anyways, I'll break that down later on. But a horn is, to signal or to make an alert crossing over the yellow lane and they're unaware, right? So when it comes to these alarms, 6, a trumpet shall be blown in the city, right? A trumpet is like over your lane, you're gonna beat the horn. If somebody's stuck at a light because they fried out their mind, and you're going to send them an alarm, right? Using your horn, which innately is a trumpet. Go ahead and perform some type of action or duty. Being as though they're driving, that action is holding up traffic, okay? It says, and the people not be afraid. Be sound in the scene of people, not be afraid. It's asking a question, right? Whenever you and sneak up on somebody like no, yeah, you're gonna be startled, right? 10, your road rage comes from you being startled or scared. You need to know how to have some type of self-discipline because people get killed over road rage. Doesn't understand that when you're driving, you're going to have instances where someone's in a big of a hurry, they're not realizing what they're doing. So what's the point of getting so mad? The same thing happens. You're going to have offenses. Why get so mad? And it's true because we know how to control those emotions. And I've been dead wrong. I hear somebody beep a horn, they could be going that way. I only look at the light, I just go. They beep. Some dude looking at me, looking like a bug. He's like, you know what I'm saying? But it is, I can't get out in the wrong. So understand that if you want to have compassion, especially if you're part of this 12 tribes chart, all right? There be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it. So it's asking a question in comparison to the last. The Lord has made peace, and He has also made evil, right? That's Hispanics and Native American Indians when it comes to the oppressor, right? And a vessel for dishonor. It just so happens that vessel of dishonor, the Lord made crooked. They're great at doing their job. So you doggone right. You can eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You can be all that you can't be in America. Understand that. I mean, that's whosoever ain't talking about those heathens. That whosoever is talking about the drug dealer. and the coke addict, the murderer, the gangbanger. You know, that whosoever is, it's talking about the sins that we commit. It don't matter what sin you committed, demons, and you come back home, you might have a chance at life when Christ comes. But if you don't, then hey, everything grace and mercy gonna run out. So understand that. So right here is asking the question: who have done that, man? You thought you was moving, you know what I'm saying, on demon time with your shiesty on. Like, who allowed that baby to die when you was busting your gun like this? About it. And even with seeing that evil, you still want to turn from your wicked ways. That's something that we need to do. Turn from our wicked ways. You're not a killer, black man. See Siegel or what's another fat white yeah, I said it, whatever. Salakia. Another, you know what I'm saying? You not out, you know what I'm saying? That's not like he gets away with that. And he's been a murderer since the beginning. You know, law, statutes, and commandments. These law, statutes, and commandments. Understand that. So, matter of fact, he will not be mocked. Let me get that. Let me get that. But yeah, if you hear in Columbus, Ohio, understand that the hostages get shot. I think one or two died after hours. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? We were at the feast of the memorial blowing of the trumpets, and it was glorious. It wasn't. The only brother authorized to carry one didn't even see fit to do that. And we got kids running around having a and I done got punched in the back of my head. No, no kids be like this is where you're supposed to gather in the ISUPK. Because whenever you gather in a Muslim mosque or in the street, because the oppressor, he doesn't have a heart for you. He was talking about his people, not you black people, not you Spanish people, and not you Indian brothers and sisters. You know, the descendants of Edom. Understand that. And all you read Psalms 83, you understand what I'm talking about. You get the breakdown in Genesis about who all those tribes are. All right. So understand why the Asian man has that liquor license. He owns all the liquor. Hurry up and buy. In other words, hurry up and give me your damn money and get the hell out of here. Tired of seeing your black face. Meanwhile, you look up to him because, oh, Chin cool. You know what I'm saying? He left 99 because I was a penny short. Chin's not cool. Chin don't give a damn about you. He's selling you old chicken. When you wonder why you burp and it tastes like garbage. You know, he's doing everything in his power. So Most High Christ, right, doesn't step in and kill him. He knows that's never going to happen as long as I sin against him. As long as you're still smoking weed, you're still eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster on a stick. You put it on a stick. You know what I'm saying? You're still eating that nasty shrimp. You hate the roaches. All right. I'm going to go on record and say Air was a fish. I think she was a roach. Society. Who gives a damn? Nobody needs another Little Mermaid. Who cares? You know, they get all the drip from us. Passion, all that. We're the salt of the earth, you know. So yeah, they should be mad. Out there, they had her around Newports here, and they gave her dreads and whatnot. And I see a little white girl say, something's just not right. Like, I was a little bit ugly anyway. But anyways, let me get back to this. So if you didn't in six, all right, talks about that alone. You know, black man, you're not a murderer. You're gonna end up shooting someone at the same damn time. That is not our national, that's not our culture. Those are not, all right, understand that. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving along. So we're gonna get that we're supposed to do. All right, everybody wanna, quote the Migos, walk that, but ain't doing that. You ain't walking it how you talk it. You're just talking it. It ain't doing your feet kicked up somewhere and you thinking that you just a joint because you like what your horror at the time. But just understand this: if we have another crisis, another tissue scare, another COVID, I'm saying you're going to need your brothers and sisters because the oppressor's going to do what he join into his own. And if you don't believe me, just look at America. Look at downtown New York. Look at Little Italy. Look at you know what I'm saying? They say, oh, we gave y'all something. What is it called? It's called the ghetto. It's where you guys get high and get is where all the churches are and the abortion clinics. You have your no, that's no, we got over a street that we don't even own, and they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. This is why I chose to fight my thing. So if you are watching this broadcast, you have any questions, please type in the chat. Yeah, no, I understand. You know, sometimes you're a work in progress. Call the number on the flyer. I think, let me check it out. Give me a second. I know it is the 765. 765 631 11 to speak to Captain Napataza, or just say Napataza. Hey, you ain't got, if you can't, 65631 1129. Ask your questions. Right? When I first started teaching class, I didn't know what to expect. This is something that's uncommon. You actually hear it and you understand what it means. Something has to be done for our people. Like a couch potato, you ain't doing nothing with your life anyhow. Don't go down to Everest. Talk to a brother, a mighty preaching prophet in this school, and find out what needs to be done. And sisters, all right. So we're gonna get James 1 and 22. Salakia. James chapter 1, 22. All right. Here we go. So it reads, but be ye doers of the word, deceiving your own selves. What does it mean to be a doer? Doing something, you get something done from you. You know, be ye doers of the word, man. Don't just hear this word and then be like, well, I'm gonna get round to it more. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You a doer of that action that is causing you to get pulled over by the car. You're a doer of the action. You're a doer of smoking that weed, tooting that powder. But you ain't supposed to be doing that, especially if she got a man. You're a doer of that, and you suffer the affliction that. But when it comes to being a doer of the word, you don't want to do that. You just want to say, "Oh, I love the Lord." He's keeping His commandments, right? So it says, "But be ye." Why would it say not hearers only? If you only listening and you're not taking any action, you're making a mistake. Like if the Bible also says that if you, man, you're hearing this word, you're understanding it, but you're not taking no action. Of them boots that you claim that Christ came in the flesh, and you professing all that, but you're only a hearer only, and that's a problem because if you were a doer of the word, you wouldn't have to go out like some of the people that you look up to right now. Like, what's the brother's name got killed outside Makita? Young Dolph was a doer of the word. He's not. He just ran out his grace and mercy. He wasn't a doer of the word. It don't matter if you don't do what thus saith the Lord, which is required of for all the souls. They'll understand. Listen, that rainbow in the sky got nothing to do with you because you're failing the people. You're failing yourself. We are failing. This is why we hold these people call us crazy for. I get called a Power Ranger. Yeah, I care. I used to want to be a Power Ranger back in the day. Fringes. Fringe, I love fringes. The border of blue. I ain't talking about the little task. What we doing in ISUPK. We've been at war. Understand that. If you have any questions, reach out to You understand? All right, so let me get back to this. Deceiving. A lot of times I talk myself out of certain things that I know I ain't supposed to be doing right because I know I ain't supposed to be doing that's wrong. I know, man, listen. You let somebody tell you something dumb like that. This rock, right? This rock in the sun, right? Something for all you nuts, you big head Negroes that think that the sun is going to give you some type of energy. It's not. It might get you killed even faster because you idolize that dumb. Made from glass. Glass comes from sand, which are innately rocks, right? So if your car sits out in the sun, you wear hell. If that's the case, you walking outside, you should be getting charged up, right? Like Goku, but you're not. Okay, it's boo boo. It ain't real. Stop believing. You got this big behind crystals around your neck. I ain't talking about nobody who's just fashionably inclined. That's going to heal something, and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, the rock salt outside or the salt you put in your chicken, and you know what I mean, it is what it is. It ain't helping. It's giving you that sodium. You want to eat that portion of crab and lobster. You're not supposed to. But don't be a deceiver. Taught. That's what it actually means to be baptized. All right. Get that in your system. Okay. You can't teach yourself anything. Half of us can't even teach ourselves how to drive. How do I know? And I've been like, man, what in the world? Like, how did you get here? Yeah, somebody ever come to you? How the hell? How the hell did you get here? Did you drive? I hope you didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and in order to learn, you have to sit down, shut your mouth, and it's a selfish pride because you think you know it all. You don't know anything. And if you keep your silence long, looking like a damn fool, and your pants ain't got to be on the ground. Get up under the foot of the ISUPK. Learn your true identity. We got brothers writing books. We also have that on sale, $15. You know what I mean? You reach out to myself. You know, Captain Kazak came out with a couple of books that break things down. You want to know where you're from, perspective of you, and the things that these other nations think of us where we come from, because we're not African Americans. So that's another class. But there are things that we need to do, and that's keep these low. The only way that we're going to combat gun violence. I look at a brother, let me get it. I done said that to 4 or 5 brothers, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to rob nobody. You know what they say? Start laughing. Hey, man, it's my last chopping it up. Because when I see a brother, I don't care what condition he is. I see my help. I see my people. I see myself. And that's something that they're not giving us anything. They're sending it to Ukraine. 80 million, 80 million, 80 million. Damn about us? No. All they care about is us building up this nation. Understand that. And I don't care nothing about those. Listen, there's not enough money that you can attain in this wicked empire that's going to save the so-called blacks, Hispanics. But if you got all the money you know what to do with it, how can you build a nation? How can you? You're going to do the same thing in what you learned in the Christian church, and that's splurge on yourself. Well, understand this: if you don't have any brothers, you think the white man gives a damn? He don't even know what it is. He don't care. He laughs like, he has 26 interstate down. He's going to be parked in his own garage. You know what I'm saying? Right, what you can do as far as in this wicked kingdom. Your power is what you can do in this truth. Tarry no more. You know, if you don't know what to do, listen, come into the ISUPK. If you're a brother that's conflicted and don't know, listen, nigga, put that blunt down. Stop. All right. If your woman is talking to you like she wants to, come in the ISUPK. Find out how to handle it right before you kill her and she tries to kill you. You end up laugh about Ike and Tina. But certain things happen. You are destroyed. We are destroyed. I need all my brothers and sisters too. So with that, I'm gonna end the class. Imagine Wapanyakwadamis turn to the east. When we get to these prayers. Then I'm gonna do the prayers. So which way is that? East is that way? All right, so this is education. 5th Street Hall, New York. Rules for a new brother or sister. When a brother or sister for 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in it, from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother, after this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from their head to marry. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. I'm gonna repeat things that it's in the Bible. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi. The 10th in the Hebrew, my Ishura. 10% of every penny of any increase. We all get checks, right? And you have a net and you have a gross. That's where you pay the Most High first. And then whatever's left, the case may be, but understand that that's how you do it the right way. 10% of that, 50 cent, 10% of that. Now, sometimes I walk right past because hey, look, I ain't trying to give Jeremiah or teacher the priest fund. free will, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocation, I believe it's Day of Atonement. Let me get a date for you. Slide. Okay, so the Day of Atonement is October, right? Tuesday the 4th, October 2022. Leviticus 23. 2, all right? Let's see. Questions. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants. So we're gonna start off with the Lord's Prayer. What time you got? 8:15. All right, so we'll go through this fairly quickly. This is the Lord's 8 through 13. We'll read first in Hebrew. Abanaw. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakuvka. Tabah. Ratazayaka. Barataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamaya. Lanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalak Lanawa. Kawafi now. Wala'a. Tawi. Manasayawan. Abol. Hawashaya now. Maya. Ka. Hamalak wa. Wahala. Wahatha. La'ai walamya. Wa lam yum. Amen. What I read in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Our debts. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. All right. This is the prayer for the power, the Hakat in the Hebrew. Al-Kushah. Natalanaw. Hakat. Kal. Makala. Makal. Latahar. Ha. Matazarayim. Hamathian. Hakak. Al. Ha-Tama'ala. Lagarsha. Tuwaraman. In the English, what I just said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, give us the power to heal, all manner of sickness, cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushua. So be it. We're going to go on to the next Salakia. This is Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahushua? Why Yamaka? Wa Alahayim. Matazabaya. Ha Alawapian. Ha Serenium. Ha
Hakwatazayanyam.
Hakoyayoyam.
Hakoyoyam. Athiam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Must bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And my. And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General.
Commanding General.
The generals.
The generals.
The troopers.
The troopers.
The sisters.
The sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Asha'ah. Mayan.
Mayan. Mazaria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Mayan.
Wa'ratazah.
Wa'ratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Al-Yalawam.
Al-Yalawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yasha. Shamarka.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazaka.
Tazar.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yawamam.
Yahweh.
Yawamam.
Yahweh.
Hashamash.
Hashemah. Ayakaka.
Wayarab.
Wayarab.
Balayallah.
Balaya.
Shamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Waba. Wa'ak.
Wa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'ai.
Wa'id.
Iwalam.
Iwalam.
In the English, what I just said was, I look
Into the hill.
from whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord.
My help coming from the Lord. Earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade.
Shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
For this time forevermore.
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allah.
Damaya.
Damaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Al-Thakar.
Wa'al.
Thashakwat.
Thashakwat.
Al. Kayahan. Al-Wayab Yaka.
Al-Wayab Waka.
Yahama. Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Yawan. Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Pun Wanyaka.
Tazapun Wanyaka.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakankida.
Wanakankida.
Magaria.
Magaria.
Well.
Zakar.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yasharala.
Iwata.
Iwata.
Kaya.
Kaya. Yatazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadawa.
Yakadawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Rathwa.
Yakarahwa.
Ahalia.
Al-Halia.
Adam.
Wa.
Yashamai.
Yashamai.
Al. Allah.
Allah.
Yom.
Mawa Abu.
Wahagarian.
Wahagarian.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimu. Ashat.
Ashat.
Ain,
Ain,
Yeshabia,
Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamash,
Nalawa,
Iman,
Haman,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zorai,
Zariah, Yawa,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laam,
Kamadia,
Kasiyah,
Sarai,
Sariah,
Kayabian,
Gayabiam,
Manakal, Madwa,
Nashamadra,
Baya'a,
Bayah,
Dara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Shaitamu,
Shaitama,
Lada,
Lada,
Ya,
Ya,
Mawa,
Ma,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazaba, Mayai,
Kal,
Kal,
Nasayakamwa,
Nasa Yakamwa,
Ashar, Yarasha,
Nairasha,
Nalawa,
Nalawa, Ah,
Nawath,
Nawa,
Alahai,
Alahaya,
Shayatamu,
Shayadamwa,
Kago,
Kago,
Gala,
Wash,
Lapanya Rawak,
Lapanya, Rawak,
Kaash,
Ka'aya, Ra'aya,
Wa,
Wa,
Kalaba,
Kalad,
Talahat,
Dalad,
Tharadapma,
Tharadapma,
Basa Arika,
Basa Arka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa, Tabahala,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Pana'am,
Kualaham,
Kwasha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
or Yabahawa, Wa,
Bahalawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Waya, Abad,
Waya,
Yawaya,
Da'aiwa,
Dai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Ata,
Lubakwa,
Labakwa,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Al,
Al, Al-Rajazar.
In the English, what I just read was, keep not thy silence,
Keep thy silence, hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
O God,
O God,
for lo,
for those
thy enemies make
and they that hate thee
have lifted up their head,
have lifted up the head,
they have taken crafty counsel,
crafty people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and against thy hidden one.
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let them cut them off from being a nation.
that may be no more in remembrance,
Maybe no more in remembrance.
for they have
consulted together for what they said.
they are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
and the Israelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarene,
Gabal,
and
the
Amalek, the
Philistines, with the
Philistines,
inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined. They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon.
at the brook.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became the dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like to it.
Yea, all their princes, as Zebah, as who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God. My God,
oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
as
the stubble before the wind,
the stubble for fire burns the wood,
and as a flame, set the mountains on fire. Them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Shame,
that they may seek thy name.
O
Lord,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame. And perish. That thou, whose name alone, is Yahweh, art earth.
Over all the earth.
So we go through these curses and we're going to shut it down, all right?
Come on, Lord.
This is ISUPK curse, Lord.
You, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things.
Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us. The teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers and the school,
the Israelite brothers, evils and curses,
punishment and destruction,
to
the heathen, and shake loose the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, for thy sanctuary,
to enter into thy sanctuary,
send evils and curses,
and destruction
to the Edomites,
and
their nations,
and
their drug dealers, court system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek, synagogues, and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, Skinhead,
comatose,
the gay movement,
the gay movement,
the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft,
NASA Space Program,
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, the internet,
open up there,
and the airways, cable access channels, the radio channels, people
convict the spirit of any of thy people
that seek to stop us, and bring all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us, from broadcasting throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume.
Let loose the plague.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael,
and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers. Heathen.
And punish all the heathens
that come up against us. As we cause it to be known. By all. That it is the angels. To be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media. Throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake at the coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at the Yahweh.
Thank you. The name of thank you always.
Thank you always.
So, and with that, we'll go ahead and shut the class down and get a courteous salute. Or the brothers first. Yahweh, the sister. All right, so Majum, Shabbat, Yahweh Shamar, Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar Eladah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai.
All right, then. Class dismissed. Wow. And shalom, Lord Christ, everybody tuned in. She shouted you out. The water again, brother, for checking us out. Hey, shalom, Israel.